Namaskar. I welcome each one of you to my channel Hena Prasoon Astrology. I am so happy to see all of you here. Due to popular demand from my very loyal viewers from Indian subcontinent as well as United States of America, I am conducting this episode in English. Let's see how it goes. So today we will be talking on moon. Moon, as we all know, that it's the significator of our mind. In Sanskrit it is said Chandrama Manso Jata, which means Chandrama, moon, is the significator of our mind. It is considered one of the most important planets in the entire zodiac belt. Yes, for your kind information, astrologically we consider moon as a planet and not as a natural satellite. Astronomically, of course, it's a natural satellite of Earth, but astrologically speaking, we consider it as one of the most important planets of the entire zodiac belt. So coming back to our point, have you ever thought that why so-called wise people at times arrive on wrong decisions, blatantly wrong decisions? Leave aside those wise people. What about you? You also would have taken decisions, important decisions, which may have landed you in a very difficult or stressful situation. What happens to our wisdom and what happens to our sense of propriety while taking such silly decisions? It's not about us. Yes, in fact, moon is to be blamed for all such mischief. Moon changes sign every 2 to 3 days, and likewise it completes one circle covering all the 12 zodiac signs in roughly in and around 27 to 28 days. So what happens at times that moon changes its sign, not only signs but also nakshatras. In Vedic astrology, nakshatras often overlap two signs. When moon crosses one sign and it comes from one sign to another and the nakshatras are not overlapping, so suppose moon is near the anarchic degree. Anarchic degree means the late degrees of one sign and the early degree of the next sign. Suppose it is crossing from Scorpio to Sagittarius. So from 29 degrees Scorpio to 1 degree Sagittarius, and if a time comes that moon is not getting any aspect from any other planets, neither it is getting aspects nor it is giving aspects to any other planet, then such time is considered very inauspicious for initiating any new ventures. Every time moon crosses two signs, it doesn't happen. What happens when it is crossing from water sign to fire sign? So what happens in fact when we study the motion of moon astrologically, we find that moon changes sign every 2 to 3 days. That's okay. But in all other signs, the nakshatras are overlapping. So even if the sign is being changed by the moon, the nakshatras are continuing from one sign to another zodiac sign. But especially when it crosses from water sign to fire sign, the nakshatras are not overlapping in those cases, and it not only changes the sign, zodiac sign, it also changes the nakshatras. So it becomes very critical time for decision making. So whenever moon comes to Leo from Cancer, as we have discussed, from 29 degree Cancer to 1 degree Leo, from 29 degree Scorpio to 1 degree Sagittarius, and from 29 degree Pisces to 1 degree of Aries. So what happens? All the preceding signs are water signs and the following signs are fire signs. So element gets disturbed, and it takes a while for moon to absorb all the fire energy since it is coming from since it is coming from the water signs. So these times are called Gandan Dosh in Vedic astrology, and this is considered as inauspicious time for taking decisions. All those wise men we were discussing initially, they must have taken their very important decision during these critical time, and they would have definitely arrived on a very wrong decision, and which might have resulted into a very pathetic condition for them. When see, knowledge is power. So astrology, especially electional astrology, is considered as a boon if we are planning our life beforehand. I can see an analogy of intertropical conversion zone where ships in ancient times used to get stuck because there was no wind. The ocean belt was totally windless. So what used to happen at that time, that ships were required to run their engine turbine at full force, and it used to take a lot of fuel from their side, and so that they could pass that strip of windless zone. So same thing happens with moon also. Moon becomes motionless, it becomes directionless if it is, moon is always in search of company, and that is why we are also called social animal, and solitary confinement is considered as one of the worst form of punishments by the authorities. Why? Because we are social animal, because we love being in the company of others. It's mainly because of this moon, because moon's characteristic is as such, if it is surrounded by planets, or it is getting aspects, good aspects, either good aspect or bad aspect, will be another issue, but it needs some aspect, it needs some company from other planets so that it can perform well. Here it is important to note that when moon is devoid of any aspect from any other planets, as well as geometrical points like north node and south node of the moon, which is called in Vedic astrology, which is known as Rahu and Ketu, then it becomes a very tough time for the individuals living on the planet called Earth. So such a condition is known as void of course of moon. When moon is void of any course, and the moon roughly takes 6 hours to cover this distance, so those 6 hours are very crucial as far as taking decision or initiating a new venture or making an important call, things like that are concerned. Procrastination becomes the best policy. So why is it so, and how to deal with this situation, we will discuss in a short while from now. We will discuss in this program later on. But before covering those points, let me tell you very frankly that how moon affects our mind. If moon is put in such a situation where it is not getting any aspect, any sight from any other planet, then it gives rise to a wavering mind, because moon is a significator of water. The way it brings tides in the ocean. So our human body is also made of 70% of water, and likewise moon affects us severely to a sensitive mind every new moon day or every full moon day. Moon signifies our mind. It also shows that during those crucial 6 hours, lack of mindfulness, lack of creative initiative, lack of innovative ideas, lack of emotions. All these things are the necessary ingredients for taking decisions. It's like time comes to a standstill. So what happens, that the kind of suffocation in our life, a kind of as if we are trapped in a situation, we are trying to get out of it but unable to do that. So it also forbids any event in our life to take place, because an event to happen, it needs the propulsion by the planets. The energy should be giving propulsion for an event to take place in our life. And when moon, such an important planet, is stuck in such a position, then our life also becomes quite stagnant and static for at least 6 hours. Timing is also very important. that suppose if it is Monday morning 9 a.m. and moon is getting this phase of void of course, so from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. this will be quite productive time. On Mondays, this is considered as the productive time. I am not talking about the lockdown time, but previously or in future times to come, then this is called a very productive time. But suppose this duration comes during 1 a.m. Okay, so we all will be fast asleep. So if it comes during those time at V hours, at early morning, then those 6 hours will go unnoticed and you won't find any major turbulence in your life. Now you may ask how to know when this time will come, when moon will have this void of course phase. Then my professors, when I was learning astrology, my professor used to say that it's a good idea to start our day by going through the ephemera at least for 1 minute. You may consult any of the good ephemeris you know. As far as I am concerned, I often consult Swiss ephemera, which is very reliable. Besides consulting ephemeris, because everyone is not very conversant in reading them, it's a bit technical. So what you can do, you can download, there are many apps available on App Store. I can't name one app or another because I am not going to, it will be like endorsing, I am endorsing those apps. You can just have a look and download the app which will calculate that void of course moon for you, and you can guard yourself from getting stuck into such situation. It will debar you from making any hasty decision. It will debar you from many troubles. So that's a good idea. You can think over it. Messages can misalign, communication gets crossed, which is why big decisions are considered a big no-no during this phase. I remind you that if you can avoid taking major decisions like if you are planning your wedding date should not clash with such kind of time. Important job interview, and if it is in your hand, if you can select dates for yourself, then it's a good idea to consult the ephemera as I told you earlier in this program, and plan accordingly. If you are planning to start a new relationship, you must consider this as an inauspicious time. If you are planning to open up a new line of communication, an important line of communication, then also you are advised to avoid these dates. Making a serious financial decision should also be avoided during such time at all costs. What precautions should be exercised during such time? Here is a checklist for you. There are 4 self-care tips for you which I have jotted down for your convenience. You can, if you practice these self-care tips, you will be saving yourself from a great amount of trouble. Take mindful exercise, mindful intentions, and avoid making impulsive reactions. Save all your important meetings and important communication until this void of course moon is complete. High chances of miscommunication will be there, which in turn will cause you tension and stress. Think first and react later. Try not to plan too many errands and overcommit yourself. Try to spend some time near a water body because the next natural element of moon is water. Keep sipping water all throughout the day. So it's as the water element is replenished in your body, you will start feeling better. So try to remain with nature, in the nature, and it's ultimately going to help you in a great way. This is a very good time for revision and revisiting your works rather than taking the actual decision. And also try to avoid any important communication or agreeing to a new agreement, or you can push all your important appointments for the next day. Hope you have enjoyed this program and I could bring some clarity on your decision making ability. If you like the program, I request you to like this video and share the link with your family and friend. The program, consider subscribing my channel, and I'll be back soon with a new program on astrology. Take care, be kind to yourself. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Namaskar.